What's up? Welcome to It's a Vibe podcast. I am your host, Batty B. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the rest of the cast. We got Sharina over here.
Hey, hey, hey.
Y'all know Art,
How y'all doing?
Melania,
Hello.
and CC.
Hey.
Okay. We miss y'all. It's been a while. Y'all know how it is during the summertime. Everybody doing their own thing, but we going to get it. We going to get it together. Anyway, so I just wanted y'all to get to know all of us a little bit more. So we're gonna talk about some of the things that we're doing right now. Okay, so what y'all up to? Anything that's like, I know you got your swimsuit line and all that going on.
I'm Sharina. On Instagram, you can follow me as Sharina One of a Kind, and also my swimsuit line is Newbie Glamour, which is stand for Queens. That's what I have going on. I have a swimsuit line right now going on. I also have a mobile notary business going on. So I got a lot going on.
That's cool. That's
yeah,
good.
thank you.
Aren't you out of school for the summertime? What you doing with your time now?
I'm out in these streets.
You in the streets?
I'm in these streets.
Educating, right?
What's popping for the summer over there?
No, I'm
Arts
washing
World.
cars. No, you know I have a detailing business.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
started a detailing business with my students. So Scrubber Dub Detailing, you call us that. The Scrubber Dub Detailing on Instagram. So doing that and also working on curriculum for social studies curriculum.
That's cool.
Okay, aren't you mobile? That's.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, mobile detailing business.
Okay.
So we come to you, convenience at a convenient price, but also working on history on the margin. So it's social studies curriculum highlighting individuals that are on the margins of history. You know. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Also, happy belated Juneteenth, everybody.
Amen.
Hey,
Amen.
Yes.
Real 4th of July. I mean,
Right.
not 4th of July, but
Independence
real
Day.
Independence Day.
Right.
For everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
Melania, what's been going on?
Nothing, working, momming, as always, I'm soul searching. Always trying to find myself,
Amen.
always with my self-help books.
And that's a good thing.
That is a good thing because you got people who 80 and still like,
What was my purpose? That's where I'm at.
did I do the right thing?
Purpose.
That's good. CC?
Well, I'm still, recovering divorce recovery. So I'm finding myself. I'm going back
Yes.
to school to get I was a realtor about 5 years ago, so I'm going back to school to get my license back so I can start back doing that again.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I
That's
need
real good.
some additional income coming in.
And we going to need a house, so you going to be ready for us when it's
I will
time.
be absolutely ready for you in a couple of weeks, y'all.
Oh,
All
cool.
right.
Because come to find out, I thought I was going to have to take all the classes again, but I only got to take 2.
Hey,
That's
man,
good. That's
that
a
is
blessing.
great.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm
and we
excited about
definitely
it.
talked about that.
Yeah,
Me
so
and you did. Yes,
super
that's-
excited.
I won't
That's
be ready in a
good.
couple of weeks. I'll be ready like December, but I'm glad you're gonna be ready in a couple of weeks. For when I'm ready in December.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And then I'm right under you because I'm wholesaling. That's something that's on my bucket list as well, guys. Real estate. I've been at it for the last 2 years, low key a little bit, but actually I've been connecting with the right people. CC introduced some things to me when we was on an outing and said, hey, she's in real estate. She done it before. And I was like, oh, okay. But that's something that I had on my list as well. So people in our group, we getting connected. Everybody doing good things and
That's good.
trying to stay connected.
That's what it's about.
Making them rebel streams cash.
So I want to talk a little bit about where we are in life. I know we all in different places. Of course, I'm married and going into my 6th year of marriage.
Oh, congratulations.
So that comes with its own little territory. What about y'all? Whoever want to jump in there, where y'all at in life? What can we offer the people?
I'm casually dating, and I'm in the process of learning how to be a high-value woman.
Amen.
Hey, man.
That's good.
Come on.
I didn't realize that I was a masculina and a pick-me.
Yes.
And if y'all want to know, we'll explain those later.
Right.
I want to know, but that is awesome.
And so that's what I'm in the process of learning how to do.
That's cool.
That's good. That's good.
Anybody else jumping in there?
For me, actually, I'm in a relationship with this young fella, this
young
historian,
king, right?
this young king. So, for me, I'm just taking it one day at a time, enjoying life, experiencing the different things as being a bonus. stepmother with my bonus stepkids and my son, and just living life
That's cool.
and enjoying it.
How is life after being married? Is that
To me, it's a restart. You have to learn all that over again.
so? It's not like you just pick up where you left off.
No, because it's
No.
different.
You were divorced
No,
as
man,
well.
it's different out here, man.
Because it was 15 years ago. Like, so
Right.
a
You
lot
got
has
a whole
changed.
nother,
So you
probably a whole
gotta push
nother person.
restart, like literally push a
Rules
button
all
restart.
different, man.
Yeah.
I
It's a
jumped when
restart.
when I was divorced. Netflix and Chill came out. I ain't know the Chill part. I thought it was legitimate Netflix.
You just literally watching the movie. They was like, "What up?"
I mean, this is like you understand? Like, yeah, man, it's different rules out here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Reset. Okay.
Don't
What
hit no
about
reset.
like being single and anticipating marriage? How is that for whoever can talk?
For
Anybody?
me, I was still in wifey mode. So it was like when I started dating, I was treating people that I date like I was acting like a wife.
Yeah, because you didn't know how.
Because I ain't know how to be a girlfriend or
Yeah.
somebody you dating. And so I had to learn, like, you can't get anybody these wife privileges.
Yeah,
That's true.
That is true.
But that's all I knew.
It do change your whole mindset when you get married. It's like different. Somebody was saying, Aisha, and how she was talking about her radar goes off. Like you just so focused. You don't really see other men and all. You know, they got to be real something special for you to say. Because other than that, you really just be, I guess, just focused on family life. You know. But anyway, I just want people to kind of get to know where we are. What challenges are we facing right now? Like anything?
I'm facing distraction. A lot of distractions been going on in my life. And really, to be honest, when you focus, it seems like that's when everything goes on, or this happening.
Yeah.
Then you trying to juggle them two things, and then here the third thing come, you trying to juggle that in. So I say distraction for me.
Yeah, I'm with you because like with parenthood to me is one thing in its own, and then trying to have a career too, trying to be a wife too is like a lot.
Yes, it is.
And then like you say, as soon as I'm focused on career, I'm like, okay, I got all of that cool career, boom. My husband started another business, or my son acting up at school, and I'm like, okay, I got to drop it because this is most important to me.
Exactly.
So now I got to drop everything and try to
else.
figure out, okay, what we need to do, how I realign my family or whatever. So I understand that.
And I agree with you, everything you just said, because
Yeah.
once they come, and the most thing, like for me, that's why I post the other day, balance is so true. So I had to
Yes.
tell self, you have to balance. And you
Yeah.
have to really balance them out. Like she said, once you get to a point, this going on and that going on, and then the main important thing is your kid, of course.
Yeah.
You got to drop, boom.
Yeah.
And that's it. It takes just one thing, but I say balance for me as well,
Yeah.
too.
Balance, distractions, parenthood, and just career choices, trying to figure out what's the best thing for you,
Yes.
But with prayer, I guess all of that aligns eventually,
Exactly.
Anybody else have anything?
I'm struggling with the single parenthood. I hate it so much. I despise it. But I don't want to like jump into no relationship just because I don't want to be a single
Yeah.
parent. But I hate it. And then I'm also finding it. I have teenagers now, and I'm struggling trying to learn how to mother them and parent them efficiently. As a single mother,
Right.
teenagers. Dealing with like my baby about to learn how to drive, and that's a different kind of freedom, and just trying to prepare her for college and all that kind of stuff. So that's happening. And then career-wise, I still want to be, feeding myself because I put myself on the back burner a lot when I was married. Like I would stop doing things so that I could, facilitate whatever my husband's dreams was. And now it's time for me to build my career.
Work on
But
you.
I got to balance, and I have opportunities to like travel more. And
Yes.
it's more difficult when you're a single parent, and when it's difficult. And I'm trying to balance like
And you will
all of
balance.
that.
And you will. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
Well,
That's
I've been
good.
struggling a little bit.
Come on,
I've been
boo.
struggling a little bit, and I guess I'll say it's with my emotions, but it's really my emotions like towards my people, I mean, it's just my constant, it's my day-to-day talk. I talk about it every day. I talk about it every day. Like any conversation that I can have, it's like I'm always in search of what am I going to do for my people? Like what, I just can't stand to see the videos. I can't stand to, have people treat us a certain way. I wish that I was there with the person that's making the blueprint to like bring us up out of this and how to get up out of it. And I get so emotional in every conversation that I have about it. Like I'm legit arguing with my boyfriend and he's like, why are you getting this, mad about whatever? But I just can't help getting passionate and I can't, like, I wish there was a place that I could, like, pick up. I would give up everything I have here. Not that I have my status anywhere here, but, and go where the place is to start over just for us. I just can't take it anymore. Like, I get so upset and I get so frustrated and I be feeling like, oh, I need a vacation from, people who ain't black. And then I get upset with my people if they say something about, our other people. Like, I'm like, why would you say, like, if they say Laquita over there, right. I'm like, why would you call her Laquita? I'm just so...
You just tired and you fed
That's
up.
your purpose then. Mm-hmm. Anything that calls you and that drives that kind of emotion out of you is something that is innate and it's something that you really need to... not discover, but kind of explore.
And then you passionate about it. They say do what you passionate about. So that's your calling, and that's on your heart.
And we seen that in the first episode. Yeah. The first episode, we seen that in you. You were very passionate about that topic. And I think even some of the viewers were like, wow, I didn't know Melania was just so... passionate about the black culture. That's something you need to explore because you probably can really help some people, help us.
It's small, but I'm trying to get into doing pedicures. I know it seems small, but those Asian people, they don't like us. Yeah, they don't treat us right. They don't talk to us right.
Ooh.
They think that we
you
lower.
already know where I'm going. Oh, no, you know.
And
you can watch the feet of your sister, your brother, and all.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we get people to do our pedicures, and our manicures. We got nail techs, but nobody's doing our pedicures, and I just be thinking, like, I hope my girls come with me, or my men come with me, because I know they probably going to be like, oh, Ming Lee, not to be racist, but I know that's probably what they're going to say. She be getting it right, you going to get it right, and I know I'm only one person, but it's just, like, where I want to start, because I just want us to be.
And you should. And you should. You have to start.
And beauty is my thing.
It is powerful.
Like it's like one of the most humbling things it's like in other cultures, like they'll do stuff like show the soles of their feet, like for instance, back in 1993 when U.S. troops came into Somalia, the Somalis would show the soles of their feet, and the Americans out there were saying hi, but actually it's the lowest part of your body, so it's their way of like being disrespectful, So that's why like Jesus. Like when he washed someone's feet, it was him putting himself in the lowest position possible, like humbling him, like, making sure that he was completely humble inside that position. So I think it'd be a lot for you to, as a black woman, as a beautiful, strong, intelligent black woman, to put yourself in a position where you are like washing the lowest part of someone's feet. That like it makes us aware like there's nothing that they can't share. There's nothing that they can't be open to receiving that you're sharing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, hey, I'm not coming from a place of being like high or mighty or being super intelligent or being super pretty. I'm in the most humble spot I can be.
No, Women of Ingenuity retreats. Women of Ingenuity retreats,
that.
and we gonna do that, and I'm gonna have you there to do that. We're gonna all wash each other's feet and all of that, because I really believe that that'll break down those guards that we have. It's just like, look, I'm here for you. We need that.
And that's serious.
I think it's real interesting.
I think that's interesting what you said as well, because people haven't, like the girl Milano. Remember they had the little. I mean, she said they did a lot of stuff she didn't even put on there, but she listed, like they did what you just said.
They wash each other.
She wanted women to know, like, she taught, let's break this curse. But we have to let it go, because
we all going through the same
thing. We going of course.
Yeah.
I think
know,
a lot of
I
that
thought about
stuff
it.
is just fear. Like,
Yeah, it
and
is.
Remember
it's-
what I just said.
and so many, like right now, like when I said I'm rebuilding, like me and two of my homegirls, we got us a house together so that we could, help build each other up. But other cultures do that all the time. Like they come together so that they can build up. And everybody was like, it's not gonna work. 3 black women in the house together, and it's been working fine.
Yeah.
And we've been
Amen.
my roommates, they started them 2 business. They quit they regular, like one was a teacher. She left her teaching job and she doing what she loved to do, which is
Amen.
event planning.
Right.
And then they just they had a studio and now they opened up a second event space.
That
and it
is
was like they
dope.
wouldn't have been able to do that if we hadn't like all got
Came
together and
together.
pulled our resources.
And you
We've
told me
been
that,
doing
and
it.
that's awesome though.
There's a book written by a woman. I think her name is Deborah White. I may have it wrong, but the name of the book is Aren't I a Woman? And is the only book that talks about the African American woman experience during slavery. Like that's why I talk about it's so important to study history, because you'll find that a lot of stuff we call ourselves trying to do, we already did it. We've been already did. When you talk about like this whole idea of like black women like being pitted against another black woman, like there was a time where like y'all were all we had. You know what I'm saying? It was like a understanding. Men got pulled away, and these women had to bond together and raise children together. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, we look at aunties. Aunties are like second mamas.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Big sisters are like second mamas.
Right.
That doesn't exist inside all other cultures, but exists in ours because that's what our women had to do. That's what some of our
Exactly.
men had to do. And even when, like, going back to like Melania and her situation, where she's saying, like, I could see how, because I thought about that too. About, man, sisters need to, all the money that sisters get on spending on getting their nails done, someone need to do that. But sisters can be catty to other sisters. But it's like think about the situation like where a sister's being catty to a sister who's doing her feet, and that sister like letting it roll off her back.
shoulder.
Like
That's
it ain't
what I was
nothing.
gonna say. When you
How?
see that stuff, you got to see the fear. You got to see the just see beyond the attitude. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly.
So that you can really touch that person's soul. Because when you act, we talked about this in the first one. When you act the same way they act, then you missed it.
Right.
But when you see that it's fear.
Yeah.
Right.
It's fear.
And
It
it's
presents opportunity.
it's like being a bigger, what you call it, not being a bigger, better person. It's pride. If we really will put our pride to the side
Right.
and stop being so stubborn, because I'm a stubborn individual at times, but I'm growing out of that. Just being in a relationship, you just gotta let your pride stop being stubborn and quit fearing.
Yeah.
Because that's the only 3 powerful things you could think of. What woman, like she said, they all in the house. The most people were saying, I already know that ain't gonna work. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
much negative because all y'all think of women being catty, but what about the women that's not catty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look how they making it.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So you got 3 women that's just not catty. They this is what it is. So I hope we do get to come together and do something really big, because I know you got your stuff going. That's gonna be dope. And this might open once we put it on the social, the internet.
Yeah.
We gonna blow up off that,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I think we'll get a lot of people attention.
Because everybody
women.
needs somebody.
Oh,
you
my
know,
God.
we
Come
all
on,
looking
Brittany.
for it.
I think it's interesting
We
how
all
this
looking
ties
for
into the topic too.
It really
It
does.
really
Right.
does.
Yeah.
Jealous and envy.
Yeah. And
So we're
because
going to go
of
ahead and
culture.
dive into it, okay,
All
guys?
right.
So we picked the topic of jealous, envy, and judgment today. And it kind of came up in my spirit when the Nipsey Hussle thing happened, because a lot of people were saying that it was because of jealousy. I don't know, but I do want to explore that topic just because it's out there. Whether it happened to Nipsey because of judgment or not, I know judgment, I know jealousy, I know envy is out there. And it shows up at times where you be like, dang, I didn't expect that from this person. Or even in yourself, dang, that was a little judgment. Or, dang, am I feeling a little jealousy? You have to be honest with those emotions as well as you do with sadness and anything else. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. The first thing is, what is jealousy? What is jealousy versus envy?
Well, I took the time to look it up.
Okay.
So, envy is a feeling of discontented or resentful longing aroused by someone else's possessions, qualities, or luck. And jealousy is when you're feeling or showing envy of someone or their achievements and advantages. So, I almost feel like jealousy is like when someone doing well and but they're doing well on their own merit, like they deserve to be doing well.
Right.
And so, you would like to have those things even though you have not done what you need to do in order to have access to it. Like you had those opportunities, but you didn't act on them.
I think it's like it's so interesting because they're used like they're the same word, but they're not. They mean like very different things. You know what I'm saying? You look at like like if you think of like, for instance, in the aspect of ownership, right? When someone that's envious, they don't own it. When someone's jealous, they own it. A jealous girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
She gonna say something.
She's angry because someone wants what's rightfully hers, or let's say not say girlfriend. Jealous. Let's say a jealous spouse, like inside a committed relationship. They're angry because someone wants what is rightfully theirs, or the part that's what's rightfully theirs desires to be somewhere else. But it's like, no, you're rightfully supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? Versus like envy. Envy is like you're angry because someone else has what you want.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That was
it ain't
good.
rightfully yours.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I want that. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
I
it's
don't want to
like,
do what I got to do to get that.
Right.
I'ma
Or just go get your own.
And I
Get your
thought-
own, not theirs.
Right.
Your own.
And I also thought that maybe jealousy was the emotion of it, and then envy could be like the act of it sometimes.
Because
Like-
you think about it, like it says, like actually in scripture it says God's a jealous God. But you have to realize, like he says that he's like, hey, like you ain't supposed to be over here worshiping this. You're supposed to be worshiping me
Because of what I have
You're
done.
rightfully mine.
Yeah.
I made you. So
Exactly.
you're over here
That's good.
worshiping something, giving energy to something that's like that doesn't do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it's to your detriment instead of like, paying homage to what's rightfully mine. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why, with that being said, jealousy is real, and it's not okay to be jealous, but it's okay to accept the emotion when it arises in you. You understand?
Right.
A lot of people try to say, I ain't jealous. I ain't never been jealous. We have to really sit back and listen to ourselves and our own emotions so that we can grow from it. How can you grow from something if you always say, oh, I ain't never did. It's okay. You were jealous. Okay, let's ask yourself why, maybe, instead of saying, no, I ain't never been jealous. You have. We've all been jealous at some point, sometime.
You only
It's just-
human.
Yeah, it's just don't act on it, or don't be a hater.
Yeah, I think we have to
Accept
we have to
the fact.
explore. We have to fully explore like our feelings and emotions, which is something that Shrina and I, we talk about often. How like in our community, it's something that's often suppressed. I get called everything from Ralph Transcend to for being sensitive to Carl Thomas. I'm too emotional. I'm not emotional.
You know what
I'm
a
in tune
man
with my
told me
feelings.
about
Yeah.
that?
I'm in tune with my feelings. I'm not emotional. I'm not sensitive. I'm in tune with my
You're in tune
feelings.
with your feelings. You're not suppressing it.
I'm sensitive. It's okay.
A guy that I was dating one time told me, he said, y'all want us to open up, but as soon as we open up, then we acting like a bitch. and I was like, he's so right, because I was like, why is you always over here whining and all that kind of stuff? But I'd be like, just tell me how you feel. Just tell me.
Right.
And then,
Now he's telling you.
Yeah.
You double jeopardy in this. Hold on. First of all, do you care? Now you saying why? Yeah,
How
I
have you-
heard it a lot.
How have y'all experienced jealousy, envy, or both in your life?
I was gonna give the example of when my husband was cheating. I was jealous that he was giving that attention to this other woman, but like she was, I say that she was not at the same level as me, and so I wasn't envious of her. And I used to tell him, I was like, I'm not thinking about her like I think about her like I think about dust. I never think about dust. Like I was like, I'm not thinking about her. I think about the fact that you is out here, doing whatever with her, and you my husband.
Yeah.
Right.
So same thing like RC.
Yeah.
I remember being pregnant with Dorian, and I was in the house. I was on bed rest. I wasn't really moving around. And I would get on, I don't know if it was Instagram or Facebook, something, And I was jealous of all the people out. They was out there having big fun. I'm like, oh, I just don't understand, Lord, what happened? Now, you know, and that was really an emotion that I felt was jealousy. I was jealous at that time in my life, and not understanding that, that wasn't for me at that time, because God was really speaking to me in that moment. Like, I understand when people go to, like, when God send people to jail and he needs you to sit down for a moment because he needs to speak to you, that's the moment that I was having, because I was locked up in the house and I'm scrolling and the people out here and they had, what was the one that they were, Social Junkie? And I'm like, oh, I can't. By the time, girl wanted to go. Shoot.
I had
I'm ready to get off of bed rest now.
When I became a mom and all my friends went off to college.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to take it from them, but I wanted to be there with them. I'm like, dang, I want to be at the campus parties. I want to be, meeting new people. I want to be, but I knew that, I got pregnant. This was not what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Now you have to,
Deal with
live with.
Me too.
Yeah.
I was the same way.
But
I wasn't going to be a social junkie pregnant.
They out there?
There goes the judgment.
There's a couple spots. I ain't gonna name them when you catch them pregnant. Or they check their baby strollers.
Oh my God.
Man, we went to a spot on Sunday. Look, check the baby stroller. But no, I was big mad. I was big mad. I got my phone fixed, y'all. Look, it's no cracks. I'm doing so good.
Wow. This was recent?
I know. This is big. This is this morning. This morning, what happened was, my spiderweb cracks got to, I'm sorry, okay, stay on topic. But, lady walked in, pretty black sister came in, she was, stomach was all swole, she had the glow, had the glow, the pregnant glow, and she was all pretty. She was on the phone with her husband, babe. Y'all do, babe. Y'all always say it like that when y'all want something.
Yeah.
Babe, but they don't have this one, but they have this other one. It's like only $30
Oh,
more.
yeah. Babe, guess what?
You say what? Get something for the kids, too? And I was like, dang, man. I was like, man, that's what I want. Man. I was like, it was crazy that,
Did you feel the emotion of jealousy at that moment?
Envy.
Well, I was like, I can't say jealousy because, like,
you didn't own it.
I was flushing through why I felt what I felt. I was like, why are you getting so flustered? Why you got issue with this woman's husband? You don't even know this man.
Okay.
You just talking through the phone. You want to be like,
right.
this nigga, shit.
Yeah, he probably ain't no good.
Car gonna decline.
He probably with the whole side dip right now. Like, I'm hating on this man. He probably a dope dealer. I'm hating on everything. I'm like, this man could be like working hard, like trying to like take a break, sneaking on the phone to talk to his loving pregnant wife. But like, because I was like, man, like I had to really flush out the feelings I was feeling, because I was like, man, all right, man, this dude's like. And then I got to a point where I really wanted to ask her, like, so hey, like, so how?
No, seriously,
I wanted to be like, so like, how old are your kids? Because she had kids. She was like a very nice, like a very attractive young lady, and she was pregnant with another child, and you're getting phone cases for your kids. These ain't new phones, because these are like new cases, so they've had phones for a while. So I'm like, this telling me you have like teenagers, and you like. You ain't, all you do is belly. You probably got abs on your belly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then, you talking to your lovely husband who's telling you to, like, splurge in the phone shop. Yeah. I'm just like, then, I'm like, this ain't.
He had it all in his head. Like,
yeah, I'm just like, so I want to be like, so how old these kids? So what this man do? How'd he pull you? I was like,
how'd he pull you?
Like, I want to know. And I'm not saying this because I'm not saying that like I'm desiring another relationship, but I want that for my relationship. Yeah. I want that for my relationship. I want that for my family. The point to where I'm like, what? I'm not like, what? Hold on, so how much? Hold on, let me do the math in my head. I don't have to do any of that. Like, oh, baby, you want it? Go get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want, go ahead and take care of it. So I found myself kind of like, I wanted that, and I was like, all right, check yourself, McCray. Like, you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sit there like making this dude out to be a dope dealer because you haven't done the work that you need to do to put myself in position to where they're doing it. Or be patient and allow time to pass to where that's happening.
Because that might be y'all store.
Right. You know what I'm saying? My kids can't even have phones like that. I don't got a kid on.
Can I be radically honest right now?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is jealousy or envy, but I'm like looking at hoes out here. These hoes.
Man, these hoes winning.
And they winning.
Man,
and I'm like,
feel like
I
they
spent
winning.
15 years of my life being an extra good wife at church, in the prayer circle, PTA, all that kind of stuff. And I'm
Can
like,
I
I'm
get
out here
an
divorced
amen?
and single, living with roommates. And I'm like, and hoes out here winning. Like, why?
I
do
know.
Are
out
they winning,
winning.
though? But are they winning?
Not morally.
It
But they
seem
really,
like it.
but it's that's what I was finna say. Since really on a cool, they ain't winning.
They
It
not.
it
Not
might look
really,
good, but it.
So which is
in
that
reality
jealousy
of
or
it?
envy? Like, I know I can't be a hoe.
That's
'cause,
just
like,
jealousy
I ain't
because you
gotta
don't
be,
envy.
but-
I feel like that's jealousy at the moment, but I can't say you envy something like that because that's them hoes.
Like, I don't want to be a hoe. It's easy to be a hoe, but I be seeing hoes.
So, so you may say that like, oh, okay, Thadiana on Instagram, you just got Instagram lights. But what about the Thaddeus's of the world, bro? I be feel like the Thaddeus's of the world be winning too. But these male hoes, these male thoughts be winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got your little
Y'all
decent
don't-
job.
I don't know if they winning like that.
Not
though.
morally.
Can I say-
And if you believe that there's an afterlife, you just can't. You gotta
You-
win later.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly, because
And
it's
not
bigger. It's your black. See that at that moment, that's where they supposed to be. That's how I look at it. But it's, you know what I mean. It's just like, okay, that's they blessing for the moment.
And I ain't judging hoes. I'm just saying, like,
And
do
I ain't
you,
hating
but-
hoes. She said she ain't hating hoes, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna go with CC. I'm this is me being radically like first thought, first emotion, first thing I feel is that like, man, I ain't trying to wait to know afterlife. You know, that's another thing is that like, I guess like learning when we're having conversations of like jealousy, envy, like then like segue like the conversation about like contentment and satisfaction, because it's like, all right, man, like I ain't trying to wait to know afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Like I want my mansion now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So
But I believe that he want us to thrive and be happy
will,
here.
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
most definitely.
he do. So I had a moment before. So I was sitting here thinking, I've never been the type of woman that envy anything or woman because I was raised not to envy. That was something strongly. Jealous. I have been starting a business in 2016. I've been jealous of other people come up. I'm like, damn, what? I'm like, I gotta hustle so strong. I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
And Tommy, Sarah, Denise, I mean, they just going all the way studying. I'm like, man, I don't understand that. Like, it's just like, it was a moment like, oh, I'm jealous of them. Or what is she really doing? Like, what, I mean, in the reality of it, it's just somebody that's their moment. Like, right now, that's
their season.
That's their season. It's their moment.
It's their time.
It's their time.
Because there's been times when I've been shining and other people
Yeah.
around me been like, dang. And I'm like,
Yeah.
favor ain't fair,
And
y'all. But
Exactly.
hey, stop
Real.
it. Just get like me. Like, it been times when I've been like,
Yeah, seriously though. You
but now
right.
I'm down and I'm like,
And that's how I look at it. It's
like
very
you said.
season.
It's
It's very,
season.
everything. And when I had to come to reality this year, this summer, it was times like you said, and I was just finna say that I was popping these last couple summers. I'm like, I'm doing a big. Everybody hit me up like, I see you. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm doing.
you know.
But at the end of the day, it is season. You
Yeah.
know, everything is seasonal. You got to take it for what it is. If that is your time, it's your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
And
that's,
I was just talking to my friend about this the other day. She was talking about gratefulness, like being grateful.
ooh,
And-
that's a good one.
And I was like, even though, like, I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. And I'm so grateful for everything that God has blessed me with. And I can tell y'all instance after instance after instance where he have took care of me through this entire time. Like times when I was about to lose my mind.
Oh,
times
yes.
when it was like, I didn't know how this bill was going to get paid. And I went to go pay it and it was already paid. Just
Amen.
like instance after
Amen.
instance.
That
And I was
is-
like, I had to be grateful for each one of those. And she was like, that's when, all the other blessings come, when you accept and you are grateful for everything that's happening
exactly,
for
and you have to be humble too.
And be
humble. Humble. Usually, when you that, he know, like, okay, I'm a surprise, like, because sometimes we look at it as a surprise, but really that's your blessing.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
it. So I definitely
And
understand.
even pointing out the fact that you said this is the happiest you've ever been in your life.
Oh,
Happiness
wow.
is, it's a lot of people that are miserable in this world. Being happy is, a blessing. You
Yes.
understand what I mean? It really is. Being happy is a blessing because
but yes, so definitely.
And having peace. Like,
Oh, wow.
Peace.
I remember
What?
tossing and turning, can't sleep. Like, where's he at?
Peace.
Now I don't think about it at all.
Joy, yeah.
I mean,
You be
a blessing.
sleeping peacefully.
peacefully.
And everything.
That is
Yeah.
a blessing, though, and I'm
Yeah.
so happy for you.
Thank
Just to
you.
hear you say that, because a lot of people, I done got phone calls this whole week, and I've been going through, but I was able to deliver to a friend and gave her at least a little peace of mind, you know, and I know I did. So,
And that's beautiful.
Yep.
That even when you struggling, I think I seen a meme the other day, and it say like, that's real love when you helping people when you struggling.
ooh wee, and I promise you, my witnesses to my left heard me, like, and I've been going through, but I was able to deliver because he wanted me to deliver them words to her because she needed it. You know, she was at her lowest point.
Yeah.
You know?
And service is so powerful.
Oh yeah.
My pastor say that when you going through, the best thing that you could do is just serve.
Yeah.
Right.
Serve people
Hello.
because it make you feel better. Because it's always somebody doing worse than
Oh,
you
my
is.
God. Come
and who
on,
needs
CC.
you.
And your blessing gonna
And
be
your-
in you. Have you ever been talking to somebody and trying to uplift them, and what you're saying to them has uplifted
Yes.
you? I mean,
And you
that's
find
what
it.
it is. You know, that's what it is. God bless you.
Oh, thank you.
So, okay, what do y'all think the root cause of jealousy can be?
Oh.
Because we've had,
That
you
was a
know,
good one.
different.
I think it
Times.
goes back to like I think Cece hit the nail on the head. Like the bottom why. You get down to the
Sir.
bottom why.
Sir.
It's like gratitude.
Oh.
Like gratefulness. You know, like I said, when you're having conversations about jealousy and envy, it's like you're only having part of the conversation if you're not talking about you know, contentment and satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, we'll find ourselves jealous and envious because we're not content and satisfied. And the way you can find yourself being content and satisfied is through recognizing what you have that's great, that you're grateful for. You know?
Amen.
Even when you're talking about the service thing, when you're serving, you find like, even when you're serving, like Sharina said, like when you're serving, like sharing with somebody, if you're serving with your hands, if you're serving by opening up your home, if you're serving by giving $1, you, in the moment you're doing that, it's like something like miraculous happens, like where you're like, you're handing over that dollar, and you're like, oh, I got $1 to hand over. Oh, I should be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I went through this experience. Oh, girl, I done been through the same thing with a trifling character just like that. And you're like, hold on, but I'm not in that situation. I'm grateful. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you start acknowledging what you have to be grateful for, you'll find yourself content, and then you'll find yourself satisfied.
Absolutely.
Amen.
You preaching.
It's power in that
Preaching
testimony.
better than we saying amen, okay?
Amen.
Pass around this collection plate.
Hey.
So do y'all think that there's been an increase or decrease in like jealousy since the social media era?
Oh, yes. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Shit.
man, I wasn't even
turn
that
the,
kid.
Turn the camera back on me. The rating have went up to 100. Because I mean, social media then took over the world.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's up to us to, of course, stop it, try to cut off curses. You know, these people just seeing stuff. Oh, girl on Instagram got it. I've never been the type to even be like, if I see somebody with something, I'd rather, like nowadays, women, they don't even know how to congratulate another woman. They don't know how to say it. It's okay. It ain't going to kill you. Is your throat, what is it going to do? Stop you from talking and say, you look so beautiful.
Yeah.
Or, I love that. You wearing that well.
Right.
Or tell, you know, but it's sad because people look up to social media to live, and all it is a lot of negative energy. Now, it's a lot of positivity on it as well.
Yeah.
But I just feel like the ratings, to get back on track, what you said, to pity back on 100. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's
It
terrible.
is. I do. I agree with that.
You know, I just don't know. I think I think that maybe it's where your mind is, because sometimes, like when people say, oh, you know, social media this and social media that, I'm like, sometimes somebody could log onto social media and what the post that they saw could have just been for them. It could be getting them through that day. It could be that motivation. I try to post things. If I read something and I'm like, yeah, even if it ain't for me today, it could be for somebody. So I try to post it on my story.
Right.
But I think it's a lot of things that people never heard. And even though you might see a picture of a girl who looked like she winning, like the next post will probably be like, you know, your time is coming. You keep doing what you're doing.
So
and you
there's a
keep keeping your
balance.
morals. You just keep your, and people need that. I think it's like what's already in your mind. Because when I'm on social media, I'm never looking at a person like, oh, how they get there? What they like? I'm just not. But I got a friend who is. I got a friend would be on the phone and she like, girl. Oh, she never watched this. She like, girl, such and such, they got married. Oh yeah, they didn't got engaged. Oh yeah, she didn't got her master's. What am I doing with my life? I never say that.
Yeah.
I be like, girl, you got your master's, girl. And I'm not hyping myself, but that's just how my mind works.
Yeah.
And when I see
That's good.
a motivational post, I just feel like
Repost.
So sometimes I feel like, thank you, God. Like sometimes I feel like he talking to me through there sometimes because that's what's out there. That's
Exactly.
I know he be talking. I be like, IG know my life. It be like or it's listening to me or something like, because it'll just pop up something that I'm dealing with or whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
And that's why I said
feel like it
positive
can save
too.
a person.
I mean, it definitely
Yeah.
can. I see a lot of posts. I post a lot of good things. And I had a couple people inbox me and say, I
needed
lived through
that.
your Instagram. And I was like, that made me want to even post more because I really wanted to keep it like my certain posts, like just certain things.
Some people never get
But-
encouragement.
I know.
They never get encouragement.
Why you think
That's
they?
powerful.
What else do they? I mean, if you around certain for real, and when I say spirits is real, the person might be around just nothing but negative energy.
Yep.
You have to put yourself in a situation to be around certain type of energy is so important, or even on the phone. You need to, if you need to talk to that person that reads scriptures every day, well, call them at least once or the morning, evening before you go to bed to get that, uplifting.
Yeah.
But a lot of people just they go outside, there it go.
They don't even, and then like you say, they don't even know that they in this world.
They don't even
negativity.
exactly.
Because they just so.
I think you have to be careful
Yeah.
because
You
it
just
says
have
that like the eyes are the window to the soul. So whatever you're like viewing, you wake up in the morning, you have to see like what you're viewing, and how how you're taking that in, and it is interesting because like Melania is saying, like the exact same post, it could be a post of a beautiful couple. Somebody can see it like, oh man, black love, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Somebody else see black love and be like, what am I doing with my life? I'm 39 and I ain't got no kids, or I'm 39, I got these 4 kids, I ain't got no daddy for them. It's like, it's really like your perspective,
And with my own Instagram, just in my growing seasons, I went through, and anybody who posted, if you post one negative thing, I took you off my page. Just because I wanted to block my energy.
Man,
but
you
now
gotta be
that I'm
careful with
strong enough and I'm able to, I can see that I'm good, I want to go back and I want to follow those people so now that I can encourage them. Because I'm like, okay, I done took them off. If you take somebody off, they unfollowing you too.
Yeah.
That's a thing these days. I didn't know that was like a cardinal sin,
If
like for you
if
unfollow
take somebody off, they unfollowing
man,
you.
you
So
gotta
follow me.
now
You gotta
I'm not
protect
able
your
to reach
own.
them because they've unfollowed me. So now I got to go back and follow all these people.
Right.
Nah,
and now you
yeah.
have, but it's good that you was honest with yourself and say, now I have the energy to follow them back, the strength.
You gotta guard yourself.
Now
Because
you
I
can
came
encourage
from all
them.
of that stuff that negativity. I came from that.
Right.
I wasn't. So in order for me not to revert back, I had to block. I had to protect my spirit. And
Right.
that anything that I felt took me back to where I came from had to go.
Had to go.
I think it's like interesting, but like I'm all about protecting energy, man. Like I feel like if you feel like something is like tempting you to think a negative thought, or have a negative feeling, or here's one, you can't hit that like button.
Yeah.
If you can't hit a like button, you need to ask yourself why you can't hit that like button.
Yeah.
Can you not hit that like button because you don't agree with this?
Or you
can't
jealous?
hit this like button because you mad about what's in the picture.
Are you
know what I'm
jealous?
saying?
That's why I said, are you jealous or are you
So,
envying?
You need to
or
be honest
what
with
is it?
yourself.
Yeah.
And then
definitely.
also like ask yourself them things you liking, do they edify you? Hearing that like that big booty, does that edify you?
That big booty.
I'm just saying there's a lot of big booties on IG.
admiring God's
I was gonna
pictures.
say, y'all
I like a
watch
lot
the
of,
twerk videos. I like the twerk videos. I think
Let me-
I love the twerk videos.
I'll be like, oh, look at all that energy she got. She has
That's
so much energy.
talent. We should be looking at that like it's an art because it is. That's
It's talent.
Everybody
Well,
can't do it. I'm a black woman who can't twerk, guys. And
Oh, you just gotta follow, baby.
you'll never see me twerking.
You got it in you. It's in your
I
DNA.
can't do it. I just ain't
You
got
can.
it.
You
They
can.
looking
It's
at the
really in
video
your
like I
DNA.
saw something
What
in
you
her
call it
butt.
twerk? I find it so
Do y'all hear?
interesting.
Do y'all hear art? You can is in our DNA.
It is
but
in our
in
DNA.
For
In
real.
reality. I
Look
got
at
two
Africa.
daughters.
Look at.
Man,
But listen,
look.
look. And they cannot dance. No, I'm just
But they
playing.
can- they can
But
move them
they
hips.
can move their hips. But listen, when he says in our DNA, it really is. Like we have the soul. I mean, we have it. We just you got to find it.
Yeah, and then I think like we over sexualize things. Like my daughters when they came out
she
before these
used
girls
to.
could talk, they was like moving their hips, and I felt so like you know after someone like hip like I had a conversation with my boy Brian Ellison. He was like having a conversation. He's like, man, don't do that. Because I was like, hey, man, take it out your hips and put it where? She's like, in my shoulders. And he was like, man, don't do that to your daughter. Like, that's like indigenous. Like, that's like her connection to like the mother country. Like, it's crazy. Like, before this girl could talk, she could move her hips. And then you go, you know, thousands of miles across to another continent, and you got another baby doing the exact same thing.
Girl, no. them
But they don't
babies
do
be
that
twerking.
everywhere else. Like, it's
I
interesting
be watching
how...
them videos. I do. I ain't gonna
The
lie.
ones-
My daughter can dance. I mean, I ain't saying that I can't dance. I'm a gangster. I boogie. And
Okay, Chi-Town. Okay, Chi-Town CC. Come on through.
I'm not gonna say that I can't. I don't know how. I don't know how to.
But
twerk.
some of that be just because they got big booties. You know
That's
what I'm
it.
saying?
It's just after fact.
Exactly. That's
That's what I be saying. I be liking when them little booties be moving. I be like, go on, sis. That takes skill right there.
Right there.
Excuse me.
We are in
I mean, in the most respectful way possible.
Bring it back.
You got a little excited, my brother.
Yeah.
Talking about doubles. Put your thumb down.
Put your finger down.
We're in such a transitional phase with the
Yeah,
black
we
culture.
excited. We excited
But
today,
the
man.
black culture is in a transitional phase because, like you said before, we would say girls like who was Iyanla Vanzant did an interview on the Breakfast Club, and she said her grandmother would make her wear a girdle because her booty would jiggle when she was a kid. But now
wow.
we learning that this is just our culture. Like we
right, man.
twerking, and I mean, you know, some of it's excessive, but you know. That's you hear certain song and you can't help it. You
It
know?
just, I mean, that beat.
yeah.
Give me that beat.
Man, it's crazy. Whether you talking about Ghana, whether it's Ghana, Brazil, you know what I'm saying, Turks and Caicos, Barbados, like wherever we're at, man, you take us to you go to the Pacific Islands. Black folks in the Pacific Islands, so black they purple with green eyes and blonde hair, and they moving them hips. Like, I mean, I think it's crazy how.
He did.
But
This is me speaking as an I'm speaking. I'm not speaking as a twerk enthusiast. I'm speaking as an anthropologist.
But I know what you're talking about because we
As-
didn't watch. I didn't watch them African videos. When I tell you, honey, them babies, even in New Orleans,
Yeah.
we seen it. We couldn't believe it. Like I said, Cameron, you be around here watching. They been doing it. So I mean, it's in our blood. It's in our DNA.
we just got to get back connected.
Get
And
back
I love
connected.
to see Nigerians dance.
Oh,
like I love to see
OMG.
Oh,
them
yeah.
dance.
Girl, I be having my business.
I love to see it. I be like, yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
man.
make you do that
You got to get in there with them.
Okay.
Oh,
guys.
wow.
That was good.
And they
Good
be
Yes.
so happy.
Yes.
It's like a
And
celebration.
Girl,
community.
and hold
Community.
on. They shoes though. Checking their feet out. Baby, they taking them shoes off. They flying. It's
The
over.
Ferragamo's going to the side. Okay?
Right.
You know they got the Ferragamos. Okay, but anyway. So, what is judgment? I know we talked about it a little bit, but we've been really on jealousy and envy.
Right,
Let's transition to judgment. What is judgment?
Well, you know, my mama loves to give us domestic church. Okay. So when we
That's
have
my girl, my
domestic
sister.
church when we were younger, she told me that, you know, because a lot of people say, oh, it's in the Bible that you shouldn't judge. So this is what she told me judgment was. Judgment was, this is probably not what the judgment we're talking about, but it's deeming somebody, you know, it's like you saying what they did is gonna send them to hell. You saying that what they did is, you know, they're not gonna make it to the afterlife. You saying, you know, you giving them the judgment for what they've done, and it's not your place.
That ain't your place to do so.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. That's good.
That is
I
real
like
good. That was a good answer.
Yeah, that is.
Thanks,
Mommy
Mom.
taught me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. How can you differentiate judgment from constructive criticism?
Oh, that's a big difference.
Constructive criticism is trying to help you, build you,
Yourself.
make you better.
Yeah.
You know, taking an area that you're weaker in and making it stronger. Because maybe I'm stronger and I can recognize that. But I feel like judgment, I'm just condemning you. Like
Damage.
But some people
it's not
take
coming
that
from a
as
place of love.
judgment,
Judgment
though.
not coming from a place
Because you have
of
to
love.
build the rapport before you can start giving somebody that creative criticism. You know, like you have to build that rapport for them so they can be able to receive it.
Yeah.
Like I say that at work all the time. I know that people feel like they're stripes, they're supervisors, so you need to listen to what
That's
I say.
true.
But if you built the rapport with your officer would respect you, and your officer would recognize when they're wrong, and your officer would, you know, they'd be able to take that criticism like, you know what, you right, my bad, I ain't gonna do that no more. And because of the rapport is there, they're gonna respect you so much that they're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
But
there
a
you
lot-
go, STSO.
I know that's right. But I feel like a lot of people take criticism the wrong way because insecurity.
Yeah.
What they have going on within themselves. Because you could tell somebody something. You could tell, like, I'm the type of person I can take that. Because I know the meaning of it. If you
Yeah.
don't know the definition of it, you're going to take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So if somebody tell me something about my swimsuit line, for example, I take that in consideration because I feel like they're trying to help my business grow.
Right.
I don't take it as you hating, oh, she jealous, or oh, why he hating on me, or I don't take that like that way. I take it as, oh, good looking, bro, or good looking, sis. Thank you. That helped me in this area. Now I can do this with my business, and I feel like that'll grow and it'll make me feel good, and I could pass that story probably to the next person. Like, they told me to do this, girl, and if I do this marketing will help me blow, and I could get 10,000 followers.
Right.
But if you tell that one person that don't understand or know the meaning of the definition of criticism, yeah, they gonna take it the wrong way. And what majority of black people do? Yeah, I said black. Yep, because we the ones had a problem with, but we all do. Every race have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Even them look, you know what I want to say? They do, because they had try to come with a rebuttal and be smart. The Caucasians do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you know the definition, and you wouldn't take it the wrong way. I really feel that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, when you think of judgment, like, you think about a judge isn't out here like, he don't care about the people. I mean, let me not say it that way. Like, he's, like, when you criticizing, I think criticism should come from a place of, like, genuine concern and care. You know? Like, it should come from a place of love, and love is striving to meeting the needs of others. So if you're striving to meet, if you're giving feedback to someone, or you're intervening for the sake of somebody, and you're doing such because you're striving to meet their need, I don't think that's like judgment. And also, like you think about a judge renders a decision. You know what I'm saying? He decides for the court, you know, for the plaintiff or for the defendant. He makes a decision. Versus, like, criticism is like kind of like, hey, I'm putting this out here. It's for you to do or not to do. You can't make anyone do anything. But judgment is like, this is what you need to do, and if you don't do it, then you are condemned. You know.
Okay, yeah.
So, like,
Kinda
I think
like
that's
what
kind of
Melania
like,
was saying,
I think that's kind of like the difference. You know, like,
Yeah.
I can't say necessarily condemned to hell, but it could be like condemned to hell on life. Like, hey, if you stay with such and such, you gonna stay miserable. And it's like,
Because y'all know
who
it's
are you to
Christian.
say that? You
Yeah.
don't know they gonna stay miserable. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now you can say, like, hey, based off what you're saying, like, being open and receptive off of what you told me, and I'm open and receptive because I care and I love you and I want to meet your needs, so I'm gonna be open and receptive. Based off what you told me, this is what I'm telling you. I'm not telling you anything. I'm not telling you anything that you haven't told me. So you said, like, such and such doesn't respond back to you. Such and such, you feel like such and such doesn't set you as a priority. Such and such, you know, does this and you deem this as bad. Like, you know, these are things that you're telling me when I'm giving that back to you, I'm only giving you what you gave to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's at least not me. That's how I critique. I critique through soundboarding. You know, so like I'm not also to safeguard and make sure that I'm not passing off or displacing my own opinions, which is like judgment. You know what I'm saying? Like taking myself out of the equation. I'm gonna take myself out of the equation. So you share with me. I'm gonna hear what you have to say, and then I'm gonna share with you in my words what you said. Okay.
Right.
So off of that, what do you think we should do? What decision do you think should be rendered here? You know what I'm saying? To make sure that I don't judge, because you know we're all opinionated. And I think when we get caught up in our opinions, that's when we end up finding ourselves judging. Because I was told a lot that I was judging. I'm like, I'm not being judged. I'm just sharing my opinion. You know.
But as you know, y'all know, as Christians, sometimes the Holy Spirit puts something on your heart to tell somebody, and you just be like, "Oh Lord, I don't
They ain't gonna
wanna tell
receive
them,"
this
you
well.
know? But then you go home and with anxiety because he like, okay, I done told you to do something, you didn't do what I told you to do, and then it could sometimes, according to the person, it could come off as you being judgmental. I mean, of course, I'm at the point now where I'm like, well, it is what it is, Lord. That's for you and that person to deal with. But you know, it does. Some people like, oh, that was judgmental. No, that's what my father told me I had to tell you today.
And don't say God said it. Oh, and when the ones that's not Christians,
Yeah.
where you
I
be?
think
You
he's
must
at
been
the-
going to church lately. No, this is what he told me to put. He put this on my heart, and they don't
Yeah.
understand it. Don't be switching over to Christian or godly, girl, when they see that.
Yeah.
I think we just have to be careful when we like.
Yeah,
I mean, I think because I've been in
'Cause
that
it's a fine
situation where you
line.
like, man, I don't want to
It
say
is.
something, man. Even inside like our relationship, you know, in our romantic relationship and in our friendship, I have to be like, man, like it's been put on my heart to share this, and I'm like, man, she ain't gonna be open and receptive to this. But who am I to say that you not open or matter of fact, we were talking about like counseling and therapy, and I was like, man, nah, I'm not saying nothing, man. I'm not gonna say nothing. And then like it's not my. I was like, but where's it my place to say like, well, she's open or receptive? She's not open to
Because
going
you'll
to
be
therapy.
surprised. Some of them be, yeah.
And then lo and behold, like she was already going. I ain't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that what happens is that like when we share things, we have to be mindful. Just like the scripture says it says like to be shrewd at I'm probably saying it backwards. To be gentle as doves, yet shrewd as snakes. You know, and it's not saying like be like snake like, but when it's saying being shrewd, it's like being wise. Like, you know what I'm saying? A snake's supposed to be a symbol of wisdom. So like be gentle. You know what I'm saying? But also be wise in your gentleness. So like I think we're supposed to share truth. You know, share truth. But when we're sharing truth, share truth in love. You know what I'm saying? Like you're like, oh man, hey bro, it's probably not a good look.
But they always think truth don't supposed to hurt. I feel like
Right.
truth is like love.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt sometimes.
It's gonna hurt sometimes,
A little
but the
bit.
truth will set you free, and I stand on that.
Absolutely.
And people take that the wrong way. They'll be like, "Man, you heard what she said to me," and then just go a whole nother way with it. Then you hear them on the phone with the next person. That ain't what I told you.
Yeah.
I did not tell. I told you because I love you. That's truly why I told you. But if you want to take it the wrong way, and we have them issues in our community all the time, and that's how he say she say start.
Right.
But truthfully, you were just trying to help that person to overcome a situation because you love them.
Yeah.
And I found
Genuinely.
that
So the truth hurts.
even in my own situation, in my own communication, I have to be like, okay, I'm about to give you this truth. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you got that truth. But I have to say, like, you know, like me slapping you with the truth, like, is that for your betterment? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
And can
right.
you even receive it?
Right.
And that's why I say like that's like truth and love. And like Sharina said, like love hurts sometimes.
It do.
But when you love someone, and y'all, everybody here is a parent, and everybody here has to discipline, and everybody here has if you've disciplined your child and find yourself saying what your mama, your daddy, your big mama, whoever raised you said, this hurts me more than it hurts you.
Yeah.
Like,
You remember that?
like love hurts.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Love
Love.
hurts, but you never want to intentionally hurt someone you love. Nonetheless, like love hurts. So it's like I'm sharing this out of love, but my intention is not to hurt you. But sometimes, like sharing something that I know is gonna hurt you, even if it's like corporal punishment, I'd rather share this with you than you deal with the consequences of real hurt that
Absolutely.
has no love for you.
Absolutely.
And I guess it's like, know my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Know my heart.
Right.
So that goes back to us then.
Exactly.
We have to be pure when we saying what we're
Absolutely.
saying. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Absolutely.
And that way that the person will be able to receive it
Absolutely.
in a way that they need to receive it.
Right,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
You hear that, Sharina? Just putting that out there.
Right.
Later on, if I get on your nerves.
What name a time when you guys have felt judged, or you felt like maybe you have judged someone?
When I wanted to get an Oreo shake 1 o'clock in the morning, I felt very judged.
Let me tell you something, Mama. I'm talking about you. My mama will judge. You at what? Where you at? Whataburger? What you gonna get from there? My mama get a Whataburger, bacon and cheese Whataburger.
Right.
You getting a
Then I
second
feel
helping?
bad. Well, give me the apple slices instead of the fries. Because I'm, you know what I mean? I'm
Right.
feeling judged at this moment.
But at the same time, you know what, B? Because like seriously, I had a real open. I'm on an operation right now, y'all. I want everybody to hold me accountable to my operation. Operation Daddy to Zaddy, right? I'm trying to go from being a dad bod. Yeah, I'm trying to go from dad bod to just straight Zaddy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, let's get it out. Let's get it out.
Impact Elite training, just in
Yes.
case you need some training.
Oh man, look, I'm heading down 288. I'm heading that way. But and it's funny because like I share this, and my the person I'm in a relationship, like they try to hold me accountable, and they share truth. But in my opinion, because I am raw trans, I can't be a little sensitive. I feel like you sharing truth without love. So like I was open and vulnerable, sharing that I struggle with food. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not women. It's not twerk videos. It's not
It's
weed. It's just cheeseburger. Man, cheeseburgers in particular. Cheeseburgers
Wow.
in particular.
Cheese
That's why I
burgers.
said Whataburger.
She'll find rappers on the where's this rapper come from? I'm like, that's from like 3 weeks ago, and it was from like earlier that day. So like, she was trying to hold me accountable, and like I have to realize, like you said with your mom's, like I have to realize, like, all right, man, like she's jumping on your case, like out of love. You know what I'm saying? Like she's jumping on your case out of love. Like, what are you doing at Whataburger?
Yeah.
Nah, you ain't gotta go. We got a whole, and Whataburger is like my favorite.
The best.
It's
I
the
hate.
truth.
I hate
You do? I love Whataburger.
Are you from
So-
Texas, man?
New
No.
Orleans.
See, it all makes
She
sense.
from that New Orleans, baby.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, they.
It all makes sense. I have hot sausage patties. I don't even eat
That is
beef burger
in this
patties
state,
all
man.
the
Look, man,
time.
in this state, that's blasphemy. All right.
Okay.
Well,
That's-
Whataburger.
man,
Whataburger.
So what, have y'all been judged, or have y'all judged anybody else?
Yeah, well, I don't think I really, well, I have judged before, but I didn't got better because I just feel like everybody is human. You know, I don't try to judge anybody. You don't know people's situation. So I try to leave it as that.
Mm-hmm.
Have you, because you did say, have anybody judged? You was asking, you feel like anybody has judged
you
as well?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. But I'm very like the type of person like, okay, they don't know me. I brushed it off and kept it as like they don't know me. But yeah, a person have. And I just let them know like I brushed it off. Like they don't even know me. So it doesn't even matter how they feel about me.
Right.
I'm me. I know me. I know. Because if you know self, and that's why it's important to love yourself, you wouldn't even take that person really serious if they did judge you, you know? So I just brushed it off and say, hey, they don't know me.
I'm a recovering judger. I used to judge everybody,
Me
like
too.
for real, like for real. But when I say God dealt with me about judging people,
Man,
And that's
preach.
He
at least you
put me
being
in
honest.
jail. He took me to jail, and in jail, real jail.
Real jail. Now
not
nobody
prison,
playing about no
jail.
jail. Now wait a minute, nobody gonna play.
And it was the way I knew that it was God because it was so crazy. Like I didn't even belong there. It was like a whole fluke. Like I wasn't supposed to be in jail, and I ended up in jail. And so when I was in there, I was judging everybody because that's what I did. I judged people.
Right.
Like.
I know what she doing.
So while I'm in there, but in jail they treat everybody the same. I was like one of them who I like. If you if you had education, I held you this level. If you did, like I held people to certain esteems, because of their status and the money they had and that kind of stuff. So I'm in jail and they treating everybody the same. I don't care if you a murderer or if you got tickets or whatever. Everybody got treated the same in jail. So the whole time I'm in there and I was like getting treated the same. And I was like, but I'm better than these people.
I love you too,
I
Johnny
don't belong
boy.
here. I didn't deserve to come here. So while I'm in there, I'm talking to this lady. Me and her got kind of cool because she wanted my orange, and I was like, I'm not eating anything in here because I'm too good to eat jail oranges. And so I didn't eat the jail orange, and I gave the orange to the lady, and we became friends. So we've been talking the whole time, and we kind of hit it off. And then when it was time to go, this lady told me, man, when I get out of here, I'm going to smoke the fattest rock. And I was like... My jail best friend is a crackhead. But the thing about it was, had I not been in there, I would have never talked to her. Yep. And at that point, it just completely broke down the way the judgment that I used to treat people. Like, I learned that you can learn stuff from any person. You don't know what their circumstances and what happened to that person to make them have, whatever that is. And I had another instance too. Like, I have a friend who's homosexual, and me and her was real cool. And I was selling houses back then. We had went and looked at houses. We went out to eat. We went to the Cracker Barrel. Mm-hmm. Everybody staring at us, and I'm like, what's everybody looking at? Because y'all in a Cracker Barrel. And then in the Cracker Barrel, and I'm like, what is everybody looking at? She's like, they think we together, but we wasn't. We was really there as like we were together, but not
that's like your best friend, your business partner, and everything.
And I was like, and then instantly that just broke my heart because I was just like, everywhere you go, like this how people treat you. And I was people. Like, I used to do it. Like, it's me. Like, when I see people out there, I'm like, look at them over there. Whatever the case was. And they...
No, I see it. And I'm still sure. I'm those demons on them.
No, you can't have it here, though. I ain't gonna lie. Houston, it's hard to bite your tongue. You be like, what?
You be like, what? Especially, we see everybody in the airport.
I'm my God.
But I wanted to leave y'all with a quote that God gave me about judgment.
Come on, CC.
He says that he didn't say. Well, he gave it to me, so I say Billy Graham actually said. He says, "Our job to love, the Holy Spirit's job to convict, and God's job to judge."
Absolutely. Amen. Come
and
on,
so
sis.
if we just love everybody, we just supposed to be out here loving everybody, no matter what they doing,
and no matter what they got going on.
Yeah.
That's serious though. So, you just put some real fever out in the atmosphere. They needed to hear that.
I just been loving people.
Just love.
I love all y'all. Whatever y'all got out there doing, I love you. That's my job.
Yeah. That's what's
Everything else.
Love you too, sis.
Yeah, that was good.
That's good.
Yeah, we love
That's
you
good,
too. You know we do. Okay. Who do y'all feel is the most judgmental? Family, religious people, or people on social media?
Ooh, social media beast, boy.
Can we get a D, all of the above?
Okay.
Because, like, you know what I'm saying? The religious people be my family on social media. So
these internets, boy.
The religious people be his family on social media.
No, that's facts.
They be the
but I feel like it's, to be honest, to me it's family. I mean, it's so sad because they call everybody. Why you can't just keep that between? If you feel some way, just stay. Let's keep this between us, girl. They call they sister, cousin, brother, and then gonna call baby cousin. Now she just got out of high school. Why you calling this girl, getting her in the middle? I mean, it's just sad because family is really, really, really for me.
Really, just
y'all see this? Whoever see this family, I said family.
Yeah.
And I need to call my mama out. Mama, you judged the hell out of me a couple of weeks ago, and
can you put that on me?
Mom.
Mama. Oh yeah, mine's definitely my mama. Yeah, but it's fine.
So I still love you though.
Don't black mama.
Because there are moms, they think they can just do whatever. They can do whatever, say whatever.
So I think mine honestly wants the best for me. I think that what she's doing is for my betterment, and I just don't.
Oh, y'all, my phone died.
Sometimes I just,
ask them, can you get a little
I just want to go against the grain. I just want to.
What makes you want to
do
go
things
against the
that
grain?
you ain't raised me to do?
What is that? Do you know?
She just want to experience. I think she, like, you could tell in your age. you want to experience things just to see.
It's not that I really want to, because when I'm alone, you know, I am condemned, and I do feel like, oh my God, I want to be so much different. That's why I'm always like reading self-help books and always soul searching, because I don't know how I want to be. I know I can't be perfect, but a lot of things don't sit well with me. But a lot of things are easier. It's easier than to do what my mother expects of me. I can say that my mom is probably one of the few people who pass judgment on me, because I don't display things to other people for other people to really know. You know, I think people look at me like, you doing really good. You taking care of that baby. Oh my God, yeah, da-da-da. Yeah. And, you know, they don't really know, but my mama knows. Yeah. My mama knows how I'm living. And she knows, you know, she knows all of the knowledge that I have and all of the choices that I'm making to go against the knowledge that I have. So she's really the only person who can, you know, make me feel like, and I just don't even feel like it's judgment. And I don't know. Like, I feel like the way my mama comes to me, she's always like, it's your decision. You know, it's your decision. But it just be so hard to know that what I'm deciding to do is not what you approve of. You know, it's so hard. And I know that you, like my mama said to me the other day, we was talking about my boyfriend, and I'm like, yeah, da da da. And she likes him, so we having a good conversation. She was, before I walked out the bathroom, she was like, you do know that God is still God, right? I'm like, yes, ma'am.
That's my sister.
You know, and that's just, that is so much, that just condemns you right there. I got my bag. I got my bag in the car. I'm about to leave, Mom. But yeah, I do know God is still God. And now I'm up at the house, like, putting on a YouTube video of a pastor for design. And he just be with it. He just be like, okay.
He like, okay, I'm trying to
you
figure
know,
out where
trying to get the message.
Yeah.
But really, it's just because before I walked out this house, my mama asked me if I still know God is God. She knows what I know. She knows the decisions that I'm choosing to make. I mean, I just be like...
So you choose the other route because it's easier? Is that what you're saying?
It is easier. Like, I've tried
It's easier
so
and it feel
hard
good.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's a feeling. I was just finna say that. It's a feeling whenever you get through with it.
To do what God... But it's like, I don't want to discourage anybody, because that's something I'm dealing with now. Like, I feel like sometimes I
But people need to know that people need to know this because they get to this point and they get discouraged and they quit. But what they don't understand is that there's another side to it. You have to get over the hump.
Absolutely.
You have to get over the hump.
You have to.
He has to shed you of a lot of stuff, and it's
Absolutely.
gonna hurt and it's gonna be uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
But you have to keep going because you got to get over the hump.
Right.
But why do I feel like I can only be, you know, I can only be who God has truly called me to be in solitude? I don't want to be in solitude, but I feel like that's when I'm the most progressive.
Now. That's the season now because you got to understand this world. Let me tell you something. A lot of times I feel like I walk out and it's like vultures. You know what I mean? Just flocking around me, and I'm like, let me give you a vision of it. It's like me walking, and there's vultures all around me, and I'm just praying the whole time. I'm walking through all of these vultures and just negativity and this and that, and I'm just like, okay, Lord, I'm just trusting you to get me to the other side of all of this negativity. And so you are alone, and it is difficult, but He wants you to only depend on Him, and He wants you to be in relationship with Him, and it's
hard.
It can be
Thank
lonely.
you.
It is.
I just like had like a Jesus moment.
He was over here clapping.
Because I was like, when you said that, I was like, it was like Jesus, like, so what you think I felt like? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because what you described is like, when you were saying, I was like, oh yeah, that's because of your energy. Like, B, you have such great energy. Like, I want to sap your energy. I can't imagine. Like, I was like, man, yeah, like that has to be draining. Like, people, like you have such great energy. People are always like,
And
that's
she
what a
been like
vulture
that.
does. Like
And
a
she
vulture,
been
like
that.
a vulture
So-
preys off of a vulture. Like,
It's a scavenger.
a vulture isn't like a
They
regular
smell
bird
they
of prey.
It's like a prey.
It's not a regular bird of prey. Like a falcon or a hawk swoops on something. A vulture's like, yep, you sick? Oh, I'm coming to get you now. Like, it wait for something to die to go get it. It don't even wait for it to be a little sick, and then I'm going to kill it, and it's like, I'm waiting for you to die. Like, I'm trying to put in as little energy and effort to get energy. You know what I'm saying? So like when a vulture comes, it's like I'm not putting in any energy. I'm just gonna take energy. You know what I'm saying?
All day. That's how I feel most of the
It
time.
made me think like, dude,
Amen.
like, what did Jesus have to feel like? You know,
Oh my
and like
God.
to give you, like, to encourage you,
Y'all
Melania,
make me
like
cry.
Jesus did multiple times.
It's
Jesus had to get away, like even from his boys. Like you had like his 12 disciples, but then you had his core crew. So there's times he would hang with everybody, and then there was times he would hang out with the core crew, like 4 of them. And even then he was like, I gotta get away from y'all too. Like there's nothing wrong with like consecrating, like spending time with like just you and God. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like we're not here for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we're here to like do life with others.
Yeah.
So we have to jump back out there, and I think it's like something for
Exactly.
us to be
Right.
like aware of, like, hey, like, you know, this idea of like feeling like people sapping energy, like that's what they're
And
supposed
that
to.
long time is
You're
your
supposed to be.
charging time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
that's when he's recharging you. But if you've never charged up on him,
Yeah.
right? Then you in that beginning time, he's got to charge you up a lot, and you're gonna
Yeah.
be in there a long time for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then once you get all the way charged up, you can go out, and then your energy is kind of taken away, and then you come back in the same thing. But at that initial time, he gonna need you to get really, really charged up because of what he's getting ready to do in your life, you know.
Right,
and you're gonna
right,
have
right.
to have that energy to give to his people.
Right.
It's
Oh,
just
let's
that-
go.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
Brittany, and
they
that.
talked about that on their retreat. The day I missed, I was in Cabo on a women's retreat, and they
Oh,
talked about
wow.
that.
That is amazing.
They called it like going to the well to get. You know, they spoke about the woman at the well, and they was like, you got to go back and you got to, you know, get your bucket and fill it up, and then go out and pour into others. And then one that's gonna deplete your bucket,
Yep.
and then you got to go back to the well.
And you walking back each time
Yeah.
with depleted buckets.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was good, guys. Y'all got
Yes.
anything to close on? That was some good stuff, good content.
I love y'all.
I love you too. The energy was so real. I did want to say something about Nipsey because his death was inspiring. It hurted so bad. I went through it like I knew him as my cousin, but I knew him as a rapper. I mean, I just felt like when you brought up his name, he stood for something. He was a stand-up man, a father, a son, and he also stood for his community. And that's something that I feel like that's my calling because Art always tell me that. He was like, you might not know it, but your calling is to talk like to people. And I think I really do need to be a counselor. It was times, like I said, I couldn't even really give a friend that called me yesterday, and I had to be honest with her. Not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. I said, I seen you broken because I'm the person she come to, but I couldn't really speak to you at that moment. But when you just spoke to me, he gave me the words to deliver to you that day. It was so powerful to the point that, you know, she broke down, and I just told her, like, I be broken too, y'all. I've been going through stuff for the last couple weeks and months, and she really started crying, and she like, what? But they don't see me going, they can't just see it. But with that being said, to piggyback on to with Nipsey, I'm going to get back on with that because it got something to do with it. It's about just holding your crown, like, as a king and as a queen and as a king. And that's what he did as a king. He held his crown as a king in his community, and I loved it.
And also speaking to the people around Nipsey and around you and around all of us, we got to take better care of each other.
Yes, we do.
You know what I mean?
Yes, we do.
And because I want you to feel comfortable enough to come and say, I need to talk to you, you know, because I understand, because I'm the strong one as well. And I tell my family, y'all call me and unload. And forgot to even say how you doing, you know? And so I want to take care of you. Okay, I want you to know that. And so anytime that my heart is pure, you know what I'm saying? So don't ever feel like you can't come to me for whatever it is, because we all going through stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm saying that to all of y'all.
And I never, it's no day that I ever, when I introduce you to him, even once I broke it down to him, like, she's young, but she's a beast. Like, this is somebody that, as a friend, I could see myself spending the rest of my life with. Like, I already know. And I have friends that's just, they dropped, and I'm cool with it. I understand it now. Like, you know, when you get older. But Brittany always been the type of person that, for her age, she just remind me of me. Like when I was younger, like I was always the one they dropped on a shitload of stuff. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
And I just had the answers. But what about me? So it was times like that. But I commend you. I love you, friend. Thank you. Thank you for having me on this podcast. Thank you for letting me bring even
y'all
my
make
man on
y'all
here.
make it.
Thank you for introducing me to some beautiful, talented, intelligent, smart, independent Black women with kids, beautiful kids. Thank y'all.
I just
I'm
want
honored.
us to be in community. I know, but it hurts my feelings to know that you going through whatever, you know what I'm saying, and that you can't call or reach out or whatever. And I know sometimes some of this stuff, and even me, my own stuff that I go through, it be heavy.
Because you have to think about that, and that's the thing. Like,
it be heavy.
You just have to think about, do I really want to? You know,
Do you want to tell it? You
Yeah,
remember the
yes.
first podcast? I
think you
couldn't
have to-
share with y'all what I was going through.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, but then I had to retract. Like, I got to keep this.
And I'm glad you keep it the way you have it. I'm like, man, I'm glad. Because I thought about it before we left that day. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little excited. This is what I do when I get excited. So excuse me. But I just like the fact that I was thinking that first time we got on our first podcast, I'm like, I hope she called me back to do it again. And I just never been in that moment and place, because people would think I'm the outgoing one that would love to be in front of the camera. But, you know, I got that little shy side. But I thank you for even opening me up to another side that I have in me that nobody ever been able to do.
Glory goes to God.
And that's the thing. You look at us now. We a group, and then in a minute we gonna be on. I'ma claim it. We gonna be on your show. You gonna have your own show, and I'm the witness to believe. I'm a firm believer.
Yeah.
You definitely is gonna.
We
be
all are
on top.
We all are.
Thank you, and I receive it, and thank you.
Yeah, we all are. But
Thank you.
I'm grateful for y'all. But I do want us to, and I know it's gonna take, because we've been through so much. We've all been through a lot,
definitely,
and we all, you know, have been betrayed and all of that. But it is very vital to have people around you that you can trust and that you can really share with, because we, like you said, we weren't meant to do life alone. Oh yeah, of course I have God. Sometimes I feel like all I have is God, and that's enough. Don't get me wrong, it's enough. But it will be great for me to be able to share with my brothers and sisters. And I know that when I share with my brothers and sisters, not only is it going to be beneficial to me, but it's also going to be beneficial to you, because you'll be able to release. You'll feel comfortable enough to release as well.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So yeah,
Thank you.
Is that it, y'all? That's all we got?
That's
This
it,
was
and
dope.
that's all.
Rest
It
in
was
peace,
wonderful.
Nipsey Hussle.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace,
The
brother.
marathon
King.
continues.
The marathon may continue. Thank you,
Hell
Nipsey, for just reaching out to the universe. We love you. I mean, it's crazy how he shifted the world.
I think
And
it's
you
important
honored.
for us to honor Nipsey Hussle, like by being culture shapers and not culture
Ooh,
vultures. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Shape culture. Like a lot. What happened to him? A lot of people got distracted by what happened to him and failed to realize what he did. You know what I'm saying? And even though he's not here, what he did continues to go on. You know what I'm saying? This man lived a very short life. But like he said, it was supposed to be a marathon, and it's crazy because he's not here. He ran a sprint, but the marathon is through a relay. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a marathon through a relay. So it's like we need to take the baton and keep doing what he's doing.
Amen.
But being
And
culture
let me,
shaper,
can I
not
point
culture
something out
vultures.
real quick? What if God had to take him away from here because of how we treat him? And he just was tired of the way that he was being treated. And that's what I'm saying about how we treat each other.
Right.
Can we please
Oh my
do
God!
better?
Do you know that crossed my mind one day?
Yeah.
It really did. Like, did he really take our creative, our, like you said, the culture shaper from us for a reason? Because the way he was
we
being
ain't treating
treated,
him
he
right.
wasn't getting treated right.
I believe that happened. I believe that's what happened to that little girl. Like when the one who got
and
murdered.
that was another one.
Like-
That's what I said too. When he listen, if you don't answer for me, I'm getting closer and closer to God. So I'm experiencing so much wonderful things, and it's like I believe it now. So he was giving excuse me, oh boy, wow. I'm sorry, but he was giving like warnings to the family or the mother or the whoever was in her space or whatever
Like,
have
protect
you.
this baby, love
Right.
this baby.
And he said, "Oh, so okay, this y'all third strike. This last one,
Yeah.
I'ma just bring her on home.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to love on her. Y'all don't want to CPS. Y'all don't want to do right. Y'all don't want to give her the right care. I'm gonna take her home where I could love my babies because he
Yeah.
loved them kids.
Allow people to have pure hearts, like you say. You know, you are an emotional person because I mean we all are. You just are in tune with yours.
Yeah.
Allow us to have pure hearts, but
Right.
you can't have a pure heart because the next person's gonna take
judge
advantage of it or judge you.
And with that, man, that's something I'm 36 years old, and it's crazy because I have a 9-year-old, and we're having the same struggle,
situation.
the same struggle because like we genuinely love and care
That's
about
how
people.
Dorian is, my
I
son.
told y'all, man, this little punk name, what's his name? I forgot that punk name.
I don't remember.
Oh,
his
don't worry
name.
about it. No.
He ain't a punk, but like I mean, he came at my baby, and my baby went to pray for you. You
Oh,
picked on my baby,
see?
and my baby went to pray for you. Like,
Yeah.
no, daddy, don't go beat him up. We gonna pray for him. My daughter went to pray for her bully, and it's like crazy because like I go through the same struggle. Like I'm open, I'm sensitive, I'm emotional, I care about people, but people will use that,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm the
But I have to
same way.
realize that it's not my job to worry about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's my job to be a culture shaper, to give my energy, to shape my culture rather than to take from my culture. And I think that's an important thing for us to remember. And especially in regards to Nick, this dude went to the hood. Everybody's like, oh, everybody gets successful and move out the hood. This dude got successful and said, I'm staying in the hood. I'm gonna grow my hood. I'm gonna change the code. I'm gonna highlight the great things about the culture in my hood, and I'm gonna change the negative things about my hood. I'm gonna be a culture shaper. I think it's important for us to do that, just to be, you know.